Morning. I snuck up on you all today. Love OP, welcome, welcome. See if there's any more alerts gonna pop in there. Got a few people. Pagan, Drunken Klondike, Vess, Yuri. Splits is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Yuri, I got Spirit, Rufus, Strads, Marcus, Imp Keeper. I was gonna wait until I had my office before I started doing this. Yeah, so the point here is it necessarily won't replace my main Saturday or Sunday kind of afternoon or evening stream, and whether it's the main game I'm playing. But I was like, I sit here, I get up in the early. This is actually a little bit late. Yeah, it's just a little extra, and I sit at my computer anyway, and I'm just messing around, and I'm like, but I don't want to like play anything intense. Like I don't want to be playing Dune Awakening and stressing about getting across the desert. Late? It's not late. It's early. And or even Star Citizen. I am in no mood for Star Citizen jank early in the morning. I just want to have my coffee, just kind of chill. It may be a game, maybe check out gaming news, maybe check out some Star Citizen stuff, whatever. Yeah. I'm sort of into it, and I'm not. I didn't stream them because they don't really stream very well, but I wanted to play these kind of games. I've played Timberborn and stuff like that. It's only 7 a.m. right now, but I can be up as early as 4 or 5 a.m. And in those situations, I'm going to pop on, and I'm just going to and I may not even bring the cam on, right? I may just pop on, bring the, pull a game up and just kind of mess around, maybe check out some gaming news. But one of the things I've noticed though is it's a lot of work for me to come online. I've made it complicated. Let's get our first bonus code off the board there. It should pop up. There it goes. I've made my startup routine complicated, so I need to simplify that. I want to be able to just pop on and go. And whether it's removing some certain things I do or automation, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to go through automation and do what I want to do. Because StreamerBot's nice, but I don't have a UI to it. And what I want to do is I just want to have one location that I can set stuff, and then it just puts it everywhere that I need to do. Carta NL kind of got me back into some train sims. So before Hurricane Elaine, I actually played Train Sim World 4, I think, once or twice on stream. But then I hadn't really played any of those games since then. So we're going to try out. I grabbed Train Sim World 5, never played it, and I'm not really a great person on the train games anyway. But we're going to do a marbles to start though. We're still going to give away codes. There'll still be codes on stream. Be all that fancy stuff. Yeah, I already did. I already did show the bonus there, Pagan. You must have missed it. Oh, so so I start my giveaway codes. So my giveaway codes are automated. So there are 2 codes shown during the stream, Pagan. That's not what I meant to do. There is one big code that's shown during the stream. That's showed about every hour. And then there's one shown every 25 to 40 minutes. And I start my timer with the show bonus, or the start giveaway command. That starts my timer in StreamerBot. So in StreamerBot, I have a timer. And I don't want it, if I'm not really streaming or doing anything, I don't want to give away codes. Hey, Jeremy. So it's started right now, and you can see the timers for it. So before I did start giveaway, these were disabled. And so when I ran the command start giveaway, it turned these timers on. Hey, Hayden. Hey, Jeremy. It turned the timers on. And so now they're on, but then I have an optional parameter. If you're trying to grab the Windows one, so Windows has 3 modes. So if you hit print screen, you can change the drop down. Well, you got the rectangle, so then you have to do more work, right? But if you're just trying to grab the screen, you can change this to window, and you just have to click it, or not window, yeah, window, and it'll just grab the current window. You just got to click it. So there's different modes that are kind of easy. But anyway, the start giveaway starts my timer. So until I do that, the timer doesn't start. And so the bonus codes are shown every 1,800 seconds to 3,000 seconds. And the big secret code shown every 2,400 seconds to 3,600 seconds. Now, the smaller code is worth 20, and it changes every time a new one shows up. So on a given stream, there can be 4, 5, 10 if it's a longer stream. And that could be worth quite a few entries. And then we do marbles and other stuff, and I give and then I give away codes for marbles and stuff like that here. But that's what the show bonus is. So I can start my timer and not necessarily show a bonus. There you go. And that's okay. I have no problem. You know, lurkers are just fine. I lurk quite a bit. I'm in people's streams all the time, and I'm just doing whatever. I'm working, whatever. We can't all be on every stream. Full-time job, overtime dad, big house full of chores. I can't make every stream. We all got reasons. Exactly. Hey, Ube. So let's switch over to big screen. Exactly. Lots of reasons just to be lurking and not really paying attention. I pull people up all the time. Don't necessarily chat. All right, what did we pick here? It looks like Cadzilla's got the record on this one. So as always, top 3. We'll give it a minute before I start the timer. I want to do something on my laptop here. Hey, good morning, Zenrin. Yeah, so I was just talking. You guys and your fancy marbles, man. Yeah, so, you know, you'll see me from time to time, Zenrin, get onto an early morning stream. It won't necessarily replace my afternoon or evening stream, but it'll almost always be a relaxing game, just to chill for 2-3 hours. Hey, Trait. An absolute look, man. You guys, y'all must have secret programs that as soon as old man brings up marbles, they all start coming in. Dory, welcome. Thought I'd get some stream with my eggs, though. Yep. Battle Boots, Dory, Trait, and then who'd I miss? Ecto. I think I got some of those. I'm weak, but I like an entrance with my marble before dine and shave. Was that yours? Yeah, that was yours. I think I saw your horse coming in making all kinds of racket. Dory with a cute little streamer one. Look at that. Look at the puppy or whatever those are in the background. Got the disco ball. Maybe with the games like the train sims, after I do a mission, I'll pop over the marbles, and the number of giveaways will be how good I did the mission. So everybody's encouraged for me to play well. There was a disturbance in the forest, yes. Yeah, I might tie marbles and how many giveaways based upon how well I do the game. That way everybody's rooting for me to play well. I love the snow. Snow's cool. I got a couple of snow train pics. I'll have to show you. Those are pretty neat. And they're off. All right, so we got a little funnel here. Who's got the record? Cadzilla's got the record. Spoiler if I finish, I hope your sound's not too high on your side. I look forward to it, man. Let's get some jump scares early in the morning. Let's get everybody up. Of course, for you Europe folks, you're starting to get close to the afternoons, depending upon where you're at. You may already be in it. What's going on, Vicious? Welcome in, welcome in. Always ready to play well, unless you cross my team. Then I may have different opinions. Yeah, so I think on the train sim one, I'll have to do a mission or two to get a feel for it, but I may tie how well I do on how many giveaways we do. Never played Train Sim World, but I love trains, so it should be interesting. This one, they're usually fairly resistant, Zenren. But I think I've heard from the communities that like Train Sim Classic is the one that's truly the most realistic. Weird Hyra may or may not have said that right, but I figured this one would be a good one to start. I didn't want to jump into something that was super realistic just because I probably would mess up. So I was like, I'll get started with Train Sim World 5, and then we may jump into Train Sim Classic. I know Carda, he's over in, I think, Holland, Dutch, or somewhere like that. And he likes the Train Sim Classic. Looks like we got Strix coming in strong, Strahd, and maybe Jeremy here. We got plenty of time for folks to not make. Oh, wait a minute. If you're on this side, no. Nope. Strix was not, in fact, in first place. Oh, there goes Ecto. There goes Captain Dutch. Oh, that's so funny. I like this. You won. Hey, Strix, you did it. This one's funny. I like this. Where the base moves. I dig this. Oh, that's so funny. All right, Splits. Come on, guys. We're waiting on you all. Come on, guys. We're waiting on you all. Oh, no, you're not going to make it. Train Sim World's more realistic in graphics. Train Sim Classic is more realistic. Yeah, exactly. So I figured Train Sim would be good to kind of stream, a little bit simpler. And then if I get good at this, maybe we'll do some Train Sim Classic. But I watch Carda quite a bit in the mornings, and I don't even necessarily even say anything. I just watch and chill because, you know, again, in the morning I don't want to do anything intense. I'm just kind of just having my coffee, getting my day started, all that good stuff. So we got Strahd's got first. And Rufus. Let's give Rufus a key. And we'll see. I think I'll tie the number of Marvel giveaways to how well if I derail the train or not. And Hayden. Let's see here. Where is Hayden? Hayden. I really want to automate this part too. I just want to say giveaway top 3 or something like that. I wonder if this has an API. If this had an API, it'd be super awesome because then I could automate it. If this has an API, that would be so great. In fact, I'm developing train simulator for train drivers and for formation and real life. Really? Every single day, 3 eggs eaten with water, 2 cups of coffee after that, then off to deliver the mail. There you go. Yeah, if this has an API, well, it would make me so happy. Because then I could, one, I could set this damn thing to where I want it. You notice how I always have it to change it? It doesn't, like, remember it. So there's my backgrounds. Well, I have a snow one. Let me show the snow one. I like the snow one. So I like to use GitHub for a lot of stuff. So I have my Gleam.io codes. Those are in the GitHub repo. Those are private. Derailing is nearly impossible and need Derail Valley for that. Ooh, that sounds like fun. But I have themes. So as I play games, I build up themes for them. And so the current ones I have right now are, what do I got? Come on. Yeah, so Dune Awakening, the Kentucky Derby, or horse racing. Just looked it up. Doesn't look like it has an API. Oh, it's a bummer. Damn, your code generator is not open source. Eventually, I'll put some of that stuff in there. But yeah, the Gleam.io codes will never be publicly available. And then in the folder will be some JSON file with some different properties. The logo for it to fit onto the stream, OBS, and then the background images. And there were some cool snow ones I got generated. That's kind of neat. I like it. So there's a handful that are like that. Chugging. So tropical, but snow. You don't see that often. So yeah, let's get into it, and let's see if we can somehow figure out how I can tie my marbles to Train Sim. I did play a little bit of PAX Day yesterday. I was watching Expat, and she was playing Dune, but she was having a hard time. The Dune servers just weren't being friendly, and she couldn't get on. And to my surprise, she loaded up PAX Day. I was like, oh man, I have so many hours in PAX Day. So I logged the character on real quick and kind of helped her along. And I think it caused her to like it a little bit more, because it sounds like last time she played, she didn't really play. She just walked around and looked at everybody's buildings. This time she started playing. All right. Hold on. I might pause the music here. It has taken over my computer. Hold on. Hopefully there's a borderless mode. This is crazy. This must be an Unreal Engine 5 game. Yep, there it is. Import existing profile. We'll do a new one. Oh goodness. Choose a character. Can I make somebody with an old beard? We'll do the office looking dude. He looks older. He looks like he's about ready. He's had enough of your shit. Alright, we'll do this dude. We'll do old man observer. Confirm. Name not allowed? What I like is they don't tell me why it's not allowed. What are those overlays with Hull C Star Lancers? I don't know what you're talking about, Splits. Why is my name not allowed? Like, if you're gonna say it's not allowed, go tell me a little bit more detail. Is it too long? Is it because it has uppercase characters? Is it because it's not a real name? Oh, I broke my camera. Oh man, these. Let me. I'll fix this in just a minute. These Unreal Engine 5s, when they first come in, man, they do a one-off. I'm gonna disable it for a minute. Let me get my character created, and then I think I know what I can do to fix that. Hey, Greggs. All right, so is it too long? Does it have to be a proper name? Joe Schmo. So why is Joe Schmo allowed and No Man Observer's not? Oh, because I turned my camera off. Yeah, I'll fix that in a minute. Yeah, once I turn the camera off. Yeah, let me turn that crap off. Let me turn that off. There we go. There we go. Oh, this is so annoying. What I don't like is it's not letting me set stuff. It's already like taking me into the game. Like I want to set my controls. I want to set my screen resolution. I want to turn music down or up. All right, I'm already unhappy with the beginning here. I mean, it's fine you want me to jump in, but you have to give me an opportunity to do something other than what you just did to me. Like, look.
On a new career is always a...
No, man. Give me a chance to fix your shit. Options, settings, advanced settings. No. Back. I don't want controls. I want screen. Screen resolution. No wonder. How about Windows full screen? There we go. Is this some dev disappointment that we... Yeah, it's basic UI stuff, right? Don't, if I load a game up for the first time, okay, fine, but don't like just take me into it. Like, at least bring me a menu screen that's begin your journey and settings or whatever. It's like, dude, these games almost always need some kind of manipulation. Oh. So now, all right, so now I did Windows full screen and it's not letting me, it's not really doing that. It's not doing Windows full screen though. I seem like I remember having a hard time with SimWorld 4 too. I'm gonna put my music on because it's annoying me. Usually Alt-Enter, you can make it full screen. Oh, this is horrible. I'm gonna restart the game. After I made that setting, I want to restart it. New generations actually don't care. They want something that's auto set up and directly dive into the game, like a mobile. But this is not mobile, though. It's not mobile. Mobile, I get it, because there's certain, you kind of know what you're dealing with. With Windows and PCs, it could be anything. All right, so hopefully if I load in, I'll get window full screen. Because the problem is, right now with Train Sim, if I do regular full screen, because the resolution of the game is different than the resolution of my desktop, it's like my screens are flickering and everything. It's crazy. Let me see if I can fix the cam too. Sometimes just turning it off and back on fixes it. Let me see here. No. So I gotta kill it. I was going to switch screens for a minute while the cam's coming up. Because this cam software likes to come up on my main monitor for some reason. Alright, so that's working. And let's see here. Where's my cam? There we go. There we go. Okay, so now it's better. So it's full screen Windows mode. It's a smaller resolution. Alright, so where was I at? See, and this is the reason why it pisses me off. Now, all I do is I do want to jump back into the tutorial, right? And so what do? You know, it's like I don't like that it took me right into the game. I had to make changes. I had to restart. But now I want to go back to where I was, and what do I got to do that? Let's turn the audio down some here. That is like doing nothing. My God, these guys. This is literally, on my headset, there is no difference between this and this. You see what I just did, guys? Wait a minute, do I have to apply? There we go. You gotta apply. Oh, this is terrible. Most games you play with the slider and you hear the audio right then and there. You gotta change it and then click apply. So you can't like listen to the audio and slowly decrease it to where you want. You gotta change it, click apply, see if you like it, and then put it back. See you later, Uwe. Oh, good gracious. You should let the audio should change as you. Oh, it's terrible. I thought Star Citizen, if you're in the game, as you move the audio sliders, it changes right then and there. Let's go with that. So I'm gonna leave the audio. I'm gonna leave the. Let's do this. Let's bring him up. We're gonna do game sound effects like that. We're gonna do menu music like that. I want to hear dialogue. Ambience is kind of cool. Let's drop that. External alert is fine. UI sound effects. We'll drop that down. I don't need a lot of feedback for that. In-game notifications. I don't know what this is. There we go. We'll see how this is. Yeah, so the menu music is down. And I may turn my music off and on just depending upon how it's playing. Alright. Yeah, there should be a there should be a continued journey or something. It's like these are not good design, guys. They're not good designs. Like, I don't know. It maybe it's designed to sell you trains or something. Well, we'll hear what the ambient sounds like.
In this training module, you'll learn about the on-screen overlay known as the heads-up display, or HUD. You'll see it when you're in control of a train.
Well, thank you. Choo-choo.
You can configure a range of parameters for the HUD that affect how it looks in the game settings. In this tutorial, you're going to take a look at the two main types of HUD and make a first choice of which one you prefer.
Okay.
Get started by climbing up the ladder into this train and sit in the indicated driving seat.
Alright. Step up, E. Press E to get in and out of seat. Alright, this is just like most games. Ooh.
Welcome to the most important seat in the train. Before you can start learning how to make the train move, you're going to need to understand what the HUD is telling you.
Okay.
There are three types of HUD. The
We're
one
pointing towards the training
the normal
center.
HUD. You'll learn that first, and then take a look at the minimal HUD next.
Okay.
There is also a simple HUD, which is essentially a cut-down version of the normal HUD.
I need a complicated HUD.
The HUD is a guide to show you what the train is doing, how you're doing, and what your next objectives are. You can tune what's shown here using the game settings.
Okay.
The main part of the normal HUD is the speed display in the bottom right.
All right.
Your current speed is indicated by a white bar that will
0
appear
kilometers
on
per
the outside
hour.
of the speedometer.
We need to change
and there
this
is
to
a red
freedom
mark
units.
that indicates the maximum permitted speed. This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate the forward, reverse, and neutral directions. A cross, or X, means the reverser is currently either not inserted or in the off position.
Okay.
This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power or throttle control is in.
Okay.
If the display is white, it refers to power. If the display is yellow, it means powered braking or dynamic braking. If the display is
Whatever
red,
that means.
then the throttle is currently locked out and you will need to take steps to release the lock before power can be applied.
Okay. So we're going to do
You can learn
information
about
overload.
troubleshooting
Okay.
elsewhere
Like I'm going
in
to
the
remember
training
all
center.
this.
These are the brake indicators. The exact one shown will vary by train and will often be visible in the train itself on the various gauges. These gauges tell you what is happening in the braking system.
Okay.
The most important one is the BC, or brake cylinder.
Okay.
In most trains, when this reads 0, that means the brakes are released. Anything else, and the brakes are applied.
Okay, so it's some kind of brake pressure. All right.
In the top right is the track monitor. This shows you the line ahead and allows you to see all the signals and
I
speed limit
see.
changes that you're approaching. By default, the track monitor shows the signals with their actual red, yellow, or green aspect. But when you get more confident, you can hide this information via an option in the game settings. As you accelerate, the track monitor will extend its look-ahead distance so you can see much further ahead at higher speeds. This is all done automatically. Now that you're familiar with the normal HUD, it's
Sure,
time
yeah,
to take
I
a look
remembered
at the
every bit of
minimal
that
HUD.
too. Thanks.
You can change this via the game settings, but for this tutorial, the game will change it automatically.
All right.
You can see that most of the HUD is now gone. You are left with basic information in the top left corner.
Okay. Looks like a lot of information, but whatever.
The minimal HUD immerses you in the experience of driving the train. Use the train's real gauges as much as possible.
Okay. I do like doing that.
In the top left corner, you will see the information about your next objective and some limited information about what the train's doing, such as your
Okay.
current speed, the speed limit, and the gradient. Use the game settings to add and remove information from the minimal HUD. With less information, you'll find driving more challenging, but also more immersive and
See, for a
rewarding.
tutorial, you don't need to get into that level of detail.
Experienced players might prefer
Like
the
you can do
minimal
that
HUD,
at the end.
especially when driving from the cab view.
This
The
is
normal HUD
crazy.
is ideal for newcomers or anyone who wants to drive from an external camera. You can switch HUDs in game settings. Do you want to start with the normal HUD or minimal HUD?
Like, so the very first question they're going to ask me, I'm doing, you can ignore most of this. They make it sound way more. Yeah, no, I get it. But I also like to, Dutch, I like to see how people design games. And as a software engineer myself, I like to see what they're doing. This should not be the first question they ask me. If I'm doing the train simulator tutorial, chances are I don't know what the hell I'm doing, right? And so start with the one you think is recommended and you slowly build up the information. What you don't do is give them 5 minutes of information like they're going to remember everything. So some of why I do this is I want to see how the new player experience is like, right? I mean, if it's recommended, just start with that.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Yeah. That was what they should do is they should simplify the game. I realize that you need to click a lot of buttons to get a train going. They should actually just make it super simple to just move forward, and then they enable features as you go through the training module, right? So I guess I just do this. Like once again, you get presented with a complicated screen with 4 or 5 options. Should be go back to main menu or continue the tutorial, or just keep gliding through the tutorial.
In this training module, you're going to learn how to make a train move and then bring it to a stop.
All right, let's do it.
For this exercise, you'll be using a British Class 323 electric multiple unit.
All right.
It's a great train to get started with as the controls are quite straightforward.
That's good for me.
This module will get you used to the feel of the train and its controls.
Okay.
While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always 3 controls that are common and are required to move the train.
Stop, go, accelerate.
The reverser chooses the direction you're going to move in. It often has 4 positions: off, forward, neutral, and reverse.
Okay.
The brakes are used to slow or stop the train. There are potentially multiple braking systems you can find in different trains, and you can read more about that in other sections of the training center.
It's crazy how complicated trains are.
The Class 323 has a very simple braking system. The throttle controls how fast the train accelerates.
This is the throttle?
In this train, the throttle and brakes are controlled by a combined power and brake handle. Moving the handle in one direction will apply power.
Okay.
The middle position is neutral and does nothing, and then the other range applies the brakes.
See, for cars, it's like you either accelerate, give it gas, or you put brakes on. You very rarely do both.
Before you go any further, set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
Okay. You can press the H key to adjust the headlight settings. But where, see, so he just got done telling me I should use the regular controls. Oh, okay, that's cool. So what he said, the day head, that's cool. I like that. See, this is better. I like this. I don't want to see any of the menu buttons. I want to like push the buttons on the train. Marker lights, night head, off, day head, marker lights. All right. Oh, that's wild. All right, so let's do day head. Tail lights. All right. And we would turn those off. All right.
We want to move the train forwards, so set the reverser to the forwards position.
I mean, what kind of name, a reverser? I mean, direction? Because it isn't always reverse. So we got forward, neutral, reverse. So reverse is on, off. Okay. Let's do forward.
Now pull the combined power and brake handle towards you to release the brakes and apply power.
All right. Power B3. So this must be the... Okay, so this is slamming it. Oh shit, I'm going too fast. Strong brakes. Medium brakes. Brakes. Nothing. And then power. Let's give it just a little choo-choo.
In the bottom right, and in the center of the speedometer gauge, you can see a little ball. This is the accelerometer, and will move up or down to indicate whether you're speeding up or slowing down.
I need to change this to freedom units. What's this kilometer stuff? Wait for the train to reach 30 kilometers per hour. All right. So we'll bump it up. We'll get a little bit more speed. Choo choo. All right, what are we at? 21. Do I need to give a little bit more power? No, it's still going up. 25. 26. 27. 28. Are we gonna get 28? 28. Careful with slamming the brakes. Oh yeah, I get it. I'm not gonna slam the brakes. Turn the what? Okay, that's pop up. Couldn't even read it. 29.
Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to the center position.
But I'm not at my target speed.
On level ground and only slow down very gradually.
I'm not on my. But I said 30. I'm not at 30. Coasting. Allow the train to coast to maintain its current speed. So wow. Like, if the engine doesn't have power, what keeps me from stopping? See, look, I'm starting to slow down. Careful slamming the brake. Emergency brake is activated. The train takes a lot of time to drive again afterwards. Yeah. No, I don't plan on slamming the emergency brakes ever. So I'm slowing down. So how do I just maintain a speed? Can you not maintain a speed?
When it comes to stopping trains, the specifics of each train can be quite different. However, the basic process is fundamentally the same.
All right.
Bring this train to a complete stop by moving the power brake handle into the braking range.
All right. Like, do I just want to give a little bit of brake? I guess we would have stopped eventually. Because there's a big thing in my way. Hey, we did it.
The amount of braking you will need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and
Makes
how
sense.
heavy your train is.
Makes sense.
Knowing the right amount to apply will come with practice and experience. Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly
sense.
stopping it in the right place.
So it's like driving the whole sea.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Yeah. All right. Passengers. Oh, we're gonna have people's lives under our control now. The special tutorial for each train model
In this
explains
training
keeping
module,
speed
you'll
better.
be learning basic passenger operations in this Class 323 electric multiple unit.
All right. Ooh, there's my train.
This part of the training center is the metro
It's
loop.
raining.
It is used primarily for driver training for passenger trains that are generally shorter.
I wonder if
stop
it's
more
always
frequently than
raining,
normal operating practice.
or the weather
It
just
consists
decided
of two
today it's raining.
platforms. In this module, we'll be doing a complete circuit and practicing stopping at both stations.
Okay, let's do it. I can't move
When
yet.
you're ready, open the door and climb aboard the train.
Cool. I just want to see. So we got passenger train. Nobody's in it. We're doing see, this is what Todd Fox would do. Before Todd Fox even got into his train, he would do a full 3-hour inspection. Train in the rain. Could you with a fox in a box? How about a train in the rain? All right, door locked. Oh, okay. All right.
Take a seat in the driver. Always remember to close the driver's door once you get in the cab. Some trains will prevent the brakes from releasing if any doors, including the driver's door.
Ah, yes, a train racetrack.
To unlock the control desk, insert the master key and activate it.
Okay, master key. Is this it? Master key. Oh, I like how everything feels like a little switch. I like the
coach lighting
realism
on
there.
so that passengers aren't boarding a
I wish
dark
Star
train.
Citizen was more like this. Coach lightning on. All right. So is it on?
To allow passengers to board the train, you will need to open the correct doors.
Okay.
In order to use the buttons in the cab, you
Wow.
must first insert and then turn the door key to the
These
on
Unreal
position.
Engine, I see it. These Unreal Engine fobs. Let me see if I disable it. Well, that's a bummer. All right. We'll turn it off. And then we'll kill it. This is crazy. I play all these other games, and this is the one killing my stuff. It's unoptimized code. That's what it is. All right. Let's see if we can get this loaded. All right. So what do I got to do? Set the door key on. Alright. So, let's see here. If the cam keeps going off, I may just leave the cam off.
As the platform is on your left, press the open doors left button.
Alright. There's my camera. Move him over out of the screen. I don't like it loads up on the primary screen. Alright, there we go. Alright. Left side doors. You can also press Y to open close. So we did that one. Are they in? How do you know if they're in? I don't want to close. Press the door release button. Oh, here we go. This button. Wait. Did I just close my doors? Door release left. Door release left. Why are there two door release left buttons?
The weather has turned quite bad, so you'll need to turn the wipers on.
Alright, wipers. Hey, there we go. You can also hold the V key to increase the set speed of the wipers. Yep. Intermittent 2. Okay, hold on here. There we go.
The cab light is currently on. Make sure to turn it off. It's useful to find your way around in the cab, but can make it hard to see out of the window, so you should always turn it off before you start moving.
Okay. Where's the cab light? Aha. I like how everything's under control. Like, it's not just push it.
Headlights in the UK are used to allow others to see the train rather than being of great use to the driver seeing out. Set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
Alright, so I remember this. So we want daytime running. Set the headlights markers to day head. Okay. And the tail lights off.
While the passenger doors are open and the loading objective completes, you'll notice the bar in the top left slowly rising. Once it reaches the top, the objective will complete and it will be time to close the doors.
I don't see a bar in the top left. But how to read a book
Now
when the
the
light
passengers
is...
have boarded the train, close and lock the doors using the close left doors
In this
button.
day and age, you use your phone to read. How do I know my passengers got on? Like, I don't see anything that tells me, and maybe I missed it. They may have shown it. I don't want to press Y. I want to press button. Here we go.
Set the reverser to forward.
All right. All right.
Apply some power to get moving.
All right. Let's keep it simple. Here we go. Wendy, come here. Come here. So once it's going, there's not much to do. Do we want to crank it up some? Crank it up. Let's go up to P2. What's my speed limit? 90. Door locked. We're going 50 something miles or kilometers per hour. We're probably going too fast.
You're approaching the next station. Use the power brake handle to apply power so that you come to a gentle stop at the indicated marker on the platform.
We're coming in too hot. Well, I gotta get to where I need to go. Alright, so I'll stop too fast. I don't have a sense for how much distance I need to slow down. Number keys to look outside, or the arrow keys to look out the window. Oh, okay. Let me come to a stop here. I'm gonna take them out in 5 minutes, baby. The ads are gonna start in just a minute, okay? Do I need to go further? Hey, we did it.
This platform is on the right, so you'll need to use the open right doors button to unlock and open the doors this time. Once again, observe the objective indicator on the HUD to tell you when it is completed.
Right side doors. What is this button? Where's my passengers? Nobody's getting on or off. Oh, we got low passengers? How do I... Oh.
Use the doors close right button to close and lock the doors.
I'm struggling with the feedback. Like, how do you know they're all in there?
Drive the train to the next platform without any further guidance and see how you get on.
Oh, goodness. So, we're forward. We brake. We got our doors closed. We got our windshield wipers going. Let's give it a little juice. Hey! Choo-choo! Alright, let's give it a little bit more juice. Yeah, I want to see the passengers come on and off and tell me how many passengers are on and they're all done. Like, I can't tell they're all done loading up. There are no passengers in the training. They don't trust your skills. Is there a pause in this game? Okay. So I can pause on brakes and stuff. Alright, so we're going 50 kilometers. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's maintain P1. Yeah, this will take time to understand the proper speeds that I want. Yeah, for something that's stuck on a rail, man, there's a lot of complicated, but I guess that's the biggest thing is stopping and starting. And that makes sense. I think it's slow, show at the same spot at which the distance to the next location is currently displayed. I don't have a sense for stopping. The passenger AI is bad. They completely ignore physics and closing doors. That's a bummer. Alright, let's give it a little juice. Or coast a little bit here. Hey, we did it. Or do I need to go a little bit further? Unlock doors. Oh shit. Left side. Unlock doors. Door release. Hey. See, I want to see the passengers. I can't see the passengers. I don't know if they got on or not. Like, how do you know I loaded them? Are they loading? How do you know if your doors are open or not? Like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Yes, there's a bar at the top left. But it's not changing. The door's not open? How do I see the other side? I want to see the other side. Here we go. So the doors are open. But I don't see people coming and going. Locked doors. Yeah, I'm not this feedback is not very good. Yeah, this feedback is not good. Alright, let's close the doors. Alright, we got ads starting. So I'm gonna just pause for a minute. I'm gonna take my dogs out, I'll be right back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you with the latest Star Citizen. That's the full completed state of the bar. Yeah, but it didn't tell me. I didn't see it loading up. I'll be right back.
For me.
Spock is the only one you can mention.
Yes. On top of my head right now, yes.
We've asked you to mention 5 Star Trek characters, and all you can do is Spock.
Why does this have to start with a roast already? Like, is this special enough?
No, put the camera on him. He's the one.
It's not your failure. It's Rich's failure, right?
I definitely take responsibility for this. Okay?
No, the why. Jeez. You know, you got to show the person who doesn't know Star Trek. You're not showing the person who doesn't know Star Trek. Yogi knows Star Trek. Go to Yogi. Spock is literally the only character you can mention.
Can we talk about Star Wars, maybe? More educated.
Okay, fine. Name 5 Star Wars characters.
Anakin, Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Yoda, Darth Vader.
Okay, now.
Oh, he's a prequel Star Wars.
Okay, now something outside of the prequels.
Outside of the prequels,
Come on, 3 of them.
Luke, Yan Solo, Layla.
Layla?
How's the princess name in English?
Leia.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. Princess Layla works.
I'm just looking at Garrett's face here.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Star Citizen Live. The Passion of Matteo Monticelli. I'm your host, Jared Huckabee, and if you've never seen Star Citizen Live before, what a lucky person you are. That's where we take roughly about an hour, sometimes a little bit less, out of an occasional week these days, to sit down with our developers and chat things related to Star Citizen, or Star Trek, or Star Wars. What other stars are you not familiar with? Starman? You ever seen Starman?
No. I know something about Star Citizen, though. That can help.
Well, hopefully, we're going to find out. So joining us on the show this week are esteemed members of our the team members who work on all things spaceships and what they do. These aren't the folks who build the spaceships. Those are members of our fantastic vehicle teams who build the physical spaceships. These are the folks who take those spaceships and craft them and hone them and adjust them so that they perform the way that we want them across both of our games, Star Citizen and Squadron 42. With that, let's introduce some folks, because every show is somebody's first show, including one of our guests. So Yogi, we're going to start with you. You're our old hand here. Tell everybody who you are and what you do for Star Citizen.
I'm an old hand. Okay, I'm Yogi. I'm a principal vehicle programmer. And roughly together with Rich, I'm leading the development of the flight model and the flight experience.
Okay, and for those people who may be hearing that term for the first time, what's a flight model?
Flight model is basically the thing that makes the ship fly the way it flies. So how smooth it is, how janky, how sometimes how broken, but yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. Rich?
Yeah, so I'm basically Richard, and I'm the lead game designer on the vehicle experience team. So I'm kind of responsible, Yogi, for the overall flight experience, turrets, just the way the general gameplay works with vehicles.
I noticed you hid your last name so people can't send you letters.
Yes.
Okay. This is Rich Tyrer sitting here.
Right, I'm going to start making loads of decisions now.
Okay. And last but certainly not least, first timer for SCL, Matteo.
Hey yo, I'm Mattia. I'm a game designer 3, working with Richard on everything flight, spaceship balance related, mostly for Star Citizen these days. And yeah, that's what we do.
All right. So as we want to do on Star Citizen Live, we put a thread up on Spectrum where this one. So I'm talking to people. We put a thread up on Spectrum and collected questions from you, the Star Citizen community. Our folks, our lovely folks here, went through your questions and pulled a collection of them that they felt they could answer best during the course of today's show. So if you've submitted your question, like, well, why aren't they talking about this and why aren't they talking about that? Usually what that means is either we don't have the particular guest that's on to talk about that, because we certainly wouldn't want Yogi talking about stuff he's not involved in, or Matei or Rich, or that's a feature aspect that is not currently in development. The other big kind of misperception in games is that you work on all the things all at the same time. We don't. So the questions that we're going to talk about today are primarily the things that are currently in active development and that relate to the work of these three individuals. So right off the bat, we'll just jump right in. Yo, Jared, looking healthy as... Oh. Thank you, Boomish. True. Thought it was my mom at first. What is the intended purpose for heavy fighters? Right now, they have a turn rate very similar to ships like the Connie and Corsair, but they lack the shields and firepower of those. What's up?
So, this is a question for me, yes. We have been playing with heavy fighter tuning since 3.23, basically the master mode release, and our idea about the heavy fighter role hasn't changed much throughout the time. So basically, what we think an heavy fighter is basically heavier fighter that has lower maneuverability compared to light fighters, but increased durability and increased firepower. That's as simple as that, right? Currently, we have retuned the entire heavy fighter class that includes ships like the F8, the New Guardian, the other Guardians, and so on and so forth, to fit a better spot. And in our opinion, the spot that now the heavy fighters actually cover, it's quite fine. We do notice that the heavy fighter class is slightly underperforming right now, though, but we think it's related more to the relationship in between cross classes rather than the heavy fighter's tuning per se. So, stuff, for example, like how the heavy fighter is, dealing against like a medium fighter, for example, or a ship of a bigger size, like for example a Constellation, or stuff like that. So we would like to dive more into the tuning for other classes first before assessing the, the overall heavy fighter tuning, and if that needs to be addressed once again. So currently, this is the state of the heavy fighter class in general, but we have some even more updates or like more ideas for the
more updates. So the current ratio on where the fighters sit doesn't necessarily need to stay this way. We have the updated flight model coming, and we're using that to basically, I wouldn't say reset, but reevaluate especially the relationships between the fighters. For example, in our perspective at the moment with the new or with the updated flight model, the heavy fighters, they just feel a little bit too tanky because they're still fighters, right? So we're currently evaluating whether or not we should make them more vulnerable, because if you compare some numbers from, for example, like Gladius versus a F8, we're looking at like 5 times health. That is like quite a lot for a fighter class. So we're evaluating or reevaluate that once the new flight model or the updated flight model is coming online.
And when you say evaluate, that means you're still making your decisions.
Yeah, sure. Nothing is ever set in stone when it comes to that.
Yeah. You're asking the question whether that 5 times is right. You're not sitting here saying today that 5 times is wrong.
No.
We're still looking at that. And Mattia, you make a good point about how you don't just, in order to tune the heavy fighters or any fighter class or any ship class, it's not just the work on that ship. You then have to make a pass on everything else. It's this constant kind of thing where you go through every class, and then you go back through, and you go through every class, then you go back through every class, and you just refine the entire field of ships over and over again. And that's where you're going to find out whether 5 times is right, maybe 5 times is right, and then things like the Connie and Cutlass need to go up to 6 or 7 or whatever. It's one of those things you're going to find it through multiple passes, which is what you guys have been doing for some time now, for being candid about it.
I mean, we can never like really set it to a fixed thing. Like we can plan as much as we want, but whether our plans survive then reality is a different question. Also, like sometimes other things coming, for example, the upcoming armor system and so on, that will also change these dynamics and might just require some other adjustments somewhere else.
I imagine your thoughts on these things actually change over time too. Like, how many years have you been here now, Yogi?
8?
Yeah, it's close to me. I'm on 11, and I'm like, well, I can't remember a time when you were here.
That's something else to be a little bit different in these morning ones, just because, you know, I'm taking my dogs out and getting them doing their thing. Lock doors. There'll be a little bit longer
That
breaks.
concludes this module.
Oh, I did
If
it.
you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Okay. Hey, I did it. All right, next to the next one. But we'll always have videos to watch while I'm doing my breaks. I didn't really get any train sim videos. All right, what do we do here?
In this training module, you'll be learning about the various
the
camera
volume down a little
controls
bit.
and how to get the best views.
There we go.
You can drive from in the cab or an exterior camera.
Okay.
Exterior views are particularly useful for coupling and uncoupling.
Okay.
Currently, you're in the cab of this Class 323 EMU with the same view a real driver would have.
Hey, Dante.
Before experimenting with camera views, set the train up correctly as if ready for departure.
Oh, I gotta remember everything I learned. Oh, wait a minute, it's gonna walk me through it. All right, master key, on. Okay. Coach lights on. Coach lights. Yep. Good morning. Definitely good morning. You'll see from time to time, some Saturdays and Sundays, I may do some relaxing early morning streams. Although, right now, I don't know if this is relaxing. I'm like stressing out of all this stuff I'm trying to remember. Set the cab lights off. I need a checklist. I need a checklist. Which, you would have this for real. You know, if you were starting a train, better get that rolling, coach. I love trains, yeah. Like, in real life, you'd have a checklist. So, right before we proceed, cab lights. I mean, you just would go through it. I need a checklist. Tail lights off. Why are the tail lights on? Like, who turned them on? All right, we want to go forward. All right.
We will now explore the camera controls.
Ooh. Press the indicated button to switch the exterior view. Okay. You can also press the 3 key to switch. I know, but I want to see what the button is. Am I just not seeing the button? I know I can press 3, but it's telling me press the indicated button to switch. But this train, I guess it doesn't make sense for a train to have a, external camera button. So the only way right now I see there's no physical control is just to press 3.
To get back inside the cab, a different key must be pressed. Do that now.
Alright, press 1. They don't mean physical button, they mean just
Now
follow
that
the
you're used
on-screen
to
instructions.
interior and exterior, switch back to the exterior view again to learn more about it. From the exterior, you can move the camera around.
Alright.
Use the keys indicated along with your mouse to move and turn the camera. If the mouse pointer is moving but your view doesn't change, right-click the mouse to turn on camera mode. Spend a minute just practicing moving and turning the external camera.
But the mouse pointer is moving, but okay, alright. Yeah, I can move it. Whee! Not hard. Alright, I've done it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, alright. Now we can do a full inspection here.
You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. Try it now.
Oh, can I see me? Oh, I'm not even in here. Where am I? Unplayable. Unplayable. I mean, how hard is
While
it? Just
in an external
have my
camera, you can
avatar in
also
there.
interact with some elements such as
Oh no, here I am. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You
Wait a
can
minute.
do
There's two
junctions
fronts.
properly in a different training
No, there I
module,
am.
but for
Hey,
now,
me.
fly over to the indicated junction and change it by interacting with it using the controls indicated.
So wait a minute.
There's a lot more to learn about cameras.
Are there
including
two,
numerous other camera modes. You can find out
guess
more
you can
in
work
other
back here,
areas of the
too.
training center.
Okay. Not in
That concludes this
service.
module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Okay. Hey, we did it. Yeah, I see that now. There's more than one cap. Move in a Train, Part 2.
In this module, you'll combine everything you learned from the moving a train, passenger operations, and camera controls modules, but from outside the train.
Have two
Now
driving
you'll have the
positions.
freedom to enjoy external cameras while driving the train.
Okay.
Before you go any further, get the lighting all set up correctly.
Who keeps changing this shit, man?
You can activate the master key by pressing the indicated. Now press the keys
Alright.
Just as with other modules, you're currently sitting in a Class 323 multiple unit. You must now switch to the exterior camera. If you need a reminder on how to do this, head over to the camera controls module first and have a quick refresher. Aside from the magnificent views, exterior camera views can make it easier to complete tasks such as coupling, checking your lights, and changing junctions.
Okay.
Only a small number of the most common functions are usable for an exterior camera. If you find you need to do something that isn't available, simply switch to the internal camera to do it, and then switch back.
Alright.
Finally, press the key indicated to apply some power. There are two keys, one to add more throttle and one to take throttle away. Experiment with them a little.
You can use A to move power brake handle in the power in position and release brakes. Yeah, but I like doing it. You let me know if you need anything, baby. No passengers. Nice little lake. Alright, let's better keep our... Can I see the miles per hour externally? I can. Alright, so I can keep an eye on my speed here. So this gets powered by the power lines. I didn't know this was connected by that. So this isn't a locomotive one. It's an electric one, so that's how it's connected. Okay. I see it. Turn on safety systems to receive additional points. Okay, whatever that means. Hey, Dante. You can put it in Discord. That's to keep the bots from spamming links. Alright. Allow the train to coast and maintain its current speed. But it doesn't maintain the speed. It'll actually slow down. At least it did last time I did this. Yeah, I'm slowing down. Use the mouse to rotate the camera movement. Oh, for sure. Let's see if I can figure that out. You can go to oldmanobserver.com, my website, and all my socials are on there.
Now that you've moved down the track, it's time to bring the train to a stop. Use the keys indicated to adjust the power brake handle to apply some brakes.
But this is not going to get me where I want to go. Like, I'm slowing down too fast.
Try restarting this tutorial and running it a few times until you're comfortable with driving from the outside, including moving the camera around.
Oh, was I supposed to drive from the
That concludes
outside?
this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Oh, was I supposed to do that from the outside? Screw it. We'll just do the next module. Changing ends, multiple units. Okay. This is kind of neat.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to shut down a cab and change ends of the train so that you can drive in the other direction.
Ah, okay.
You'll bring this unit back to central square sidings. You'll need to change ends a couple of times.
Okay.
Don't worry about how the train is going to get there though. All the paths are going to be set for you. You just need to change ends and then drive when you're given instruction to do so.
Okay.
Get started by setting this cab up for operation.
All right.
Activate the master key first to unlock the control. Set the headlights for daytime operation and ensure the tail lights are off. Set the reverser to forwards. The first move brings the train forwards to the junction around the corner from here, and you'll be stopping once the rear of the train has cleared it.
Okay.
Apply some power and drive forward a bit so that we can prove that this cab is...
Why aren't we moving forward? So why are we not moving forward? That has always taken me forward. Well, that's wild. Until I got the external mode, it didn't move forward. All right, I want to do 20 kilometers per hour here. 19 and 20. Wait for the train to clear the junction, okay? So we want that to clear it. All right, he's cleared it. Oh, the junction. They mean that thing. They mean this junction. They mean this. That's a little bit more involved than I thought it would be. Thought this would be relaxing. Oh, I'm stressing out.
That's far enough. Bring the train to a stop by
All right.
Now that the train has stopped, you need to shut this cab down.
Okay.
Turn off the headlights and ensure the tail lights are on.
So when you turn it off, you want the tail lights on. Okay. Interesting. Oh, because he's going to be the back. I see.
Set the reverser to off.
Do we want neutral or off? Is there an off?
Remove the master key.
All right.
This cab is now shut down. Walk over to the other end of the train, ensuring to close any doors behind you.
This is cool. Do I press E to get out? Yeah. Emergency door release. Ooh. All right, set down here. We gotta switch cabs. Look, we got a quest giver. Let's go see what he's got. Hello, how are you? What do I do? I'm the train conductor. All right, you just worked that little button there. All right.
Sit in the driver's seat.
All right. Close our door.
Follow the steps indicated to activate this cab, repeating
Alright.
the procedure that you did when you set up the previous cab.
All right, so master key. Yeah. All right. We want to get our day head. We want our tail lights off because now he's the front. Okay, and we want to be going forward. All right. Straightforward.
Now that the cab is active, wait for the yard controller to give us permission to proceed forward once they've checked and locked all the junctions for us.
Oh.
You're good to go. Apply some power and get moving.
How
Your
did I
next
know that?
destination is
Okay.
going to take you to the left and into the switch lines west of the training center.
Okay, so we should go left this time. All right, let's make it nice and easy. Hey, there I am. Hopefully we go left. I had no idea these things were so involved. Switching cabs, everything. Choo-choo. Ooh, is that a volcano? Probably was a volcano at one point in time. It's a mountain range now. That sure looks like it's got the cone top, though, don't it? Where am I at? I wonder where I'm physically at. Like, where in the real world they're simulating me. If anywhere at all. Man, my camera died again? Jesus. Yeah, this is going to get old quickly. Something with OBS, because the camera is actually working. This sucks. It's the reason I moved away from the whole AI thing. And now it's starting to happen again with this game. I'm assuming Train Simulator Classic won't have those problems. I bet it's not as intensive. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, we need to apply some brakes here. Camera's working. Move them over there. Yep.
Follow the
Sit
steps
down, cab.
indicated to deactivate this cab.
Alright. This is kind of cool. So this isn't just about driving. So we want it off or we want tail lights? Off. And put him off. And B3. Okay. Take him out. Sit in the driver's seat. I'm in the driver's seat. Oh, I gotta switch it again? Okay, alright. I see. Oh, the window. Holy shit. You can do the window too. Can I get in this door too? Oh, there is 2 doors. Yes. I'm going this way. They need to make it multiplayer. Someone can ride along. Hey, what's going on, Commander NibG? Let's turn our master key on. Okay. And we need to do our day head. We want our tail lights off. Okay. And we want to be in forward. All right, getting the hang of this.
Now that the cab is active,
Okay.
wait for the yard controller to give us permission to proceed forward once they've checked and locked all the junctions for us.
But how do I know? Like, what does he tell me? Where is he at?
You're good to go.
All right,
Apply some power and get moving.
let's do it. We get a little bit more juice. There we go. We're just doing a little relaxing train simulator in the morning here. Short little stream. But I'm kind of stressing out. This is not as relaxing as I thought it'd be. It's like I'm stressing out remembering all the buttons I need to press. Hopefully I go left. Yes. All right, we need to slow down. Slow down. I know it is. This is more involved than I thought it'd be. Yeah, we're going too fast. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Don't go into the training center. Don't crash into the training center. Slow down. All right. Okay, we got it. All right, we did it. I come in a little too hot, just like Star Citizen.
Before you finish, take a moment to review. When changing cabs on almost
Oh,
any train, there
they're
are some
leaving
common
me.
things to double check before you depart the cab you're finished with.
I need a checklist. I'm not going to remember
What
all that.
position have you left the
I'm probably
throttle and
picky.
brake
My first
controls
thoughts
in?
is, where is his legs? Where's his
Position
body?
is the reverser in? Are the headlights and taillights set up correctly for what will
Apparently,
become
this
the
one
rear of
is
the
a
train?
good one to look at in terms of graphics.
Are all doors
Train Simulator
closed?
Classic is the one everybody says is the more realistic one.
Once you get used to each train you operate, you'll quickly begin to remember what each one needs and get used to the elements that are common between different trains.
All right.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
How many training modules are there? I'm not going to remember all this stuff. Railway navigation.
In this training module, you'll be learning about the live 2D map and how it can help you understand where you are, where your objective is, and how you can change the path of the train to get to the right place. Under
Okay.
normal circumstances, the driver has little, if anything, to do with where a train is going. It's all
Yeah,
handled
Dad.
centrally by
Hey,
a
no.
signaling
Welcome
center
in,
or
welcome in.
dispatcher. Yards and depots, however, you will find that these are often managed by the crew of the train director. That means you. You can tell whether a junction is manual or automatic by looking at it. If
Okay.
it has no big lever, then it's automatic and you
Okay.
can't influence it.
Okay.
If it does, then interacting with that lever will change the junction.
Okay. So they're
For
going to
this
let me
module,
do
you'll
one?
Take this class 323 from the siding here next to the main loops and set all the junctions yourself to direct the train to
Ooh.
the switch lines.
Nice.
And then change ends and repeat the process to bring the train
Ooh,
into
okay.
the depot.
All right. We're going to actually switch the train tracks this time.
Your destination has been set over in the
Press
switch
9 to
lane
open
the far
close
west
the
of
map.
training center. Use the map to follow the path from the train to the destination and change all the junctions you need to get there.
Oh, good. Oh, my good gracious.
If you make a mistake and go the wrong way, you can go back and try to correct it. If you're not ready for that, just restart the module and try again.
All right, let's turn that on. All right, let's set our day head on. Okay, let's set our tail lights off. Okay, let's get our forward position. All right. So I'm trying to understand this map here. So I assume we want to follow this green line here, right? So I'm assuming right up here, the track is set, you can see. So it looks like this is set to go right here right now. Or not. And I need to switch it. Oh, we'll see what happens. I'm not real sure, actually. I know green is where I want to go. More complicated than a Brussels Metro line plan, indeed. All right, let's go for a little bit. No, it's set correctly. Okay. I thought part of the tutorial was to have me switch these. All right, well, we'll see what happens. The black line tells where it's set. Oops. Oh goodness, I don't know what I did. God damn it, I keep hitting 0. The black lines. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see which way we go. So I guess if it's on this side, it's set for that way. If it's on that side, it's set for that way. Okay. Switch line track 5. I just want to stop for a minute. I want to. When situated in fictional scenery, the layout of the training center is identical to the world Wedberg Tesla Validation Center in North. Oh, we're in Germany. Okay, cool. So the part I'm having right now is I don't feel like I know what I know what my goal is to make sure I have my train set. The problem that I have is I don't know if these are correct or not. Like, I don't feel I know where I need to switch the tracks. And I don't like that I don't have the information. Like, mousing over doesn't tell me anything. And these colors, is there a legend here? Like, we got lots of colors, right? Blue, we got that, we got orange, we got this color, we got this color. What does this all mean? Why can't I have a legend? Is it too much to ask for a legend? Is that too much to ask? Like, what do these colors mean? Like, and how do I know I'm doing the right thing? I don't feel I'm getting the feedback that I need. I'm not happy with this part. Oh, red. Hey guys, the legend's telling me red is red, green is green, yellow is yellow. Do you know that? Do you know red is red? Green is green and yellow is yellow. So what it's not telling me though is what is orange? What does orange mean? Right? What does this light blue magenta mean? No, sit down just in case. All right, we might have to redo this module because honestly, I don't feel I'm getting the feedback I need to know what to do. We'll see what happens. Like, I know I'm supposed to be switching tracks somewhere, but I don't feel I'm getting the info. Maybe it's going to be at 1.3K away. Actually, let me do this for a minute. Let me do this. So, I'm going to here. Here we go. We can do this. I think the magenta is where you need to go. The reddish and the railways, the yellows are stopping areas. So, we know we want to go here. Here we go. So, we want on train track 5, right? So, I think everything's already set for me. Everything's already set for me. Yeah, I think for this one, everything's set for. It's kind of confusing because they made it sound like I was going to be switching something. This just amazes me. Red is red, green is green, and yellow is yellow. It's like, no, you're supposed to tell me what red means, not that it's red. I can see it's red. I don't need a legend to tell me that. That is bad. Somebody said, not my job. Hey, make sure we have a legend on the map. Right on it, boss. We're on it. Apparently we got some stupid people. Don't know red is red. Yellow is yellow. Green is green. Auto switch and manual switch. I mean, for the most part, I like to, oh shit, I'm not paying attention. Coming in hot, guys. Oh crap. Slow down. Oh, no, don't do that. Alright, we need to give it a little bit of juice. I wasn't paying attention, I was talking. Green is red. Blue is yellow. I just can't believe anybody looked at that legend and said, yep, job's done. Well, the red are symbols as well. Well, they're supposed to tell you what the symbols are, right? They shouldn't say red. I can see it's red. They should tell me what the symbols. There's clearly a symbol in there, right? But they should tell me what that symbol's trying to convey. Is the symbol trying to convey it's red or some other information? It's not trying to convey red. Red means bad. Red means stop. Red means, you know, something along those lines. Also, where are you seeing magenta on the map? There's all kinds of shades, and I'm probably getting some of my colors off.
Destination.
But I guess there was orange. Like, what is this one? Like, I don't know what I would call that color. We got a purplish color. There's lots of shades here, right? Hold on, I gotta get a screenshot of this. Like, nothing tells me what orange means. Alright, set the headlights off. Okay. I don't like that rotates through. There we go. I think when you hover to the direction, changing things. Alright, let's see here. Tail lights on. And we want to do him off. Alright, turn the master key. Alright. And then what? We're going to switch cabs? Okay, alright. Damn, I keep doing the window. Shit. Can I close the window from here? Alright, that's gonna bother me. Hold on. We gotta go fix that window. Alright, there we go. That would have bothered me. I left that window open. Alright, let's step up. Let's get in our chair. Maybe now we're going to do the levers. Okay. Alright, master key. And day head. Alright. And tail lights off. Okay. And forward. Okay. And give it juice.
Once again, use the map to adjust the junctions between your train and the destination. Where the black lines on
Once
the 2D
again
map aren't aligned with the blue path, change the junction.
Okay.
When you're ready, get moving.
Alright, so this time I feel like I do it, but I don't like how he said once again. I never changed a single junction last time. So, I guess this one, how do you switch? Left button does nothing. This pisses me off. I have no idea. I just don't feel I'm getting the proper feedback. I really don't. First of all, he said once again. Like, I never did it before. Do you drag it? No. No. Yes, it switches, just not the junction that's currently relevant for you. Well, clicking it does nothing. Like, even if I just do this one, it doesn't do shit. Like, I'm just getting zero feedback on the right thing to do. That's just kind of frustrating, actually. Especially as it's a tutorial. And it's clearly implying I need to switch the junctions. So do I need to switch them or not? Once again, we'll just see what happens. Hold on. No, it doesn't. Nothing changes. It absolutely nothing changes. Nothing changes. When I mouse over it, that highlights the purple, but nothing changes, right? So when I mouse over it, it does that. Hold on a minute. Nothing changes. The only time it changes is when I mouse over it. So here, I'm not going to click a button. I'm just going to mouse over it. And then it highlights. Now I'm going to click the button. Nothing. Oh, it just moved. What the fuck? Wait. Look at that. So it must be auto switching. Look, watch this. So if I click the button, it goes up. And it pops back down. So there must be some auto switching for me right now. Look, if I push it, it goes up, and then it goes back down. Like, if it stayed that way, I probably would have noticed it, but it's switching back every time. So it must be on some auto routing mode. Which, if the tutorial is supposed to teach you how to do this, it shouldn't have the auto switching on. Okay, so it's clearly on auto switching. So I could switch it, but then it puts it right back. So unless you're paying really, really close attention, it's hard to see. Try one off your route. Well, I mean, I know it's clearly able to do it. I'm not worried about it now. I mean, I feel like I understand what's going on. Yeah, see that one's switching and staying until I click it. This one, if I switch it, it forces it back. My internet crashed. Still doing the tutorials. Yeah, I'm going through the tutorials. There's a lot to learn on this. But yeah, the tutorial implied I was going to be doing the switching, and I'm not. It just wasn't clear. But I feel comfortable now. I know it was switching. It was just switching it right back. How close do I need to be? Do I need to be closer? I guess I need to be closer. All right, there we go.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can
So that
go
was
back to it
confusing.
at any time via the training center.
Yeah, made it seem like I was going to be switching it, and I wasn't. It was very subtle. Diesel. Ooh.
In this training module, you're going to learn to drive a diesel-electric locomotive and how the controls differ from a multiple unit.
Okay.
This is a BR Class 66 diesel-electric locomotive typically used for freight operations in the United Kingdom.
Okay. Ooh.
In some trains, it is first necessary to insert the reverser handle. We
Ooh,
need to
we
do
gotta
that
insert
on
it.
this one.
Insert the reverser.
We want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction.
Okay.
The train brake on the Class 66 uses a sprung lever. Holding it one way will gradually release the brakes until you release the lever. Holding it the other will gradually apply the brakes.
Okay.
You need to keep an eye on the two brake gauges in front of you. The larger one in the middle is the brake pipe. The outside needle shows the target pressure and the inside needle shows the actual pressure.
Okay.
When you apply or release the brakes, the outer needle moves and the onboard control systems will begin to adjust the brakes to match your setting. You can make a change to the brakes and focus on the road ahead while the system works to match the pressure you've set. The second gauge of note is the brake cylinder gauge, which is the second from the left. This tells you exactly what is happening with the brakes on the two sets of wheels on the locomotive. If the needles are raised to a V shape, that means they are fully applied.
This is
When the needles
complicated.
are both pointing directly down, the brakes on the locomotive will be fully released. You can learn more about braking systems elsewhere in the training center. But for now, you just need to remember that you are directly controlling the outer needle on the brake pipe gauge and that the end result is shown on the brake cylinder gauge.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep the brake control in release until you can see the brake pipe control needle is reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully.
Oh, this is so confusing. Set and hold the automatic brake on release. Alright, so that's apply. This is release. So we're pulling the brakes off. All right, hold on. Oh, wait. No, I got to do it till it's up to 5. It's confusing.
Watch the brake cylinder gauge to see it gradually reduce to 0.0. Needles pointing downwards, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released on the locomotive and you can move the train.
So it's like some pressure gauge. We're releasing pressure on
It's
something.
important to note that the brake cylinder gauge is only telling you what's happening on your locomotive.
Okay.
If you have wagons attached, they can take a little longer to release. So if the train doesn't move immediately, don't worry. Apply some throttle to get the train moving. As you apply power, notice the ammeter rising, the gauge on the right-hand side with the colored sections. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors. Try to keep it in the green section, only briefly in the yellow, and avoid the red section to avoid damaging your traction motors. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
Okay. I really don't want to deal with track switching, so I'm going to keep that on. That sounds like too much for me to deal with right now. So this is definitely going to be different. I wish they would teach you to train, let you learn one train, and then get into the game. I don't like that now. It's like, oh, here's a different train. Forget everything you just learned. Learn something new now. So I don't like that I'm already switching trains. And I guess I can always just stop the tutorial. But I just... To me, either the tutorial's done or not. I have no idea. You can use the key to release the automatic.
Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar. The amount of braking you'll need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and how heavy your train is.
Alright, I braked too soon.
Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly stopping it in the right place.
This is definitely different.
You'll get better at this with practice.
Definitely
that
different.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training.
If this is other train, I want to just drive a train now. I don't want to like learn all the different trains. Changing ends locomotives. Let me see what this one does. I may back out. What I'm going to do, look like ads are going to start in 2 minutes. I think what I'm going to do is after the ads do, then we're going to go into the game.
In this training module, you'll be learning about changing ends with a locomotive.
Yeah, because I don't want to learn a whole nother game.
Many types of locomotives have 2 cabs in order to make them as versatile as possible.
Yeah, because I've already learned one train. I don't want to learn another train. So how do I get back? Where's the main menu? No, I just want to go to the main menu. Is that a problem? Why can't I go to the main menu? Basics, creative tools, train operations, gameplay, message log, help, schedule, map, overview, controls, HUD, options. They need some help on UI. What button do I press to just go back to the beginning of the main menu?
While the cabs are often virtually
not a single option allows me to get out of this. Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. Options. Options. Hey, Jedi. All right. So we got ads starting here in about 30 seconds. I'm gonna take one more break, and then we're gonna like really play the game. None more of this. I don't like that I've learned the electric engine, and now it's taking me to a diesel engine. I'm gonna forget everything I learned in the electric. I just want to ride a train. So we're gonna take a quick break here, Jedi, and then I'm gonna really get into this game. Be right back, guys.
For me.
Honestly, Spock is the only one you can mention.
Yes. On top of my head right now, yes.
We've asked you to mention 5 Star Trek characters. And
Did
all
that
you
restart
have, all you can
over?
do is Spock.
Why does this have to start with a roaster already? Like,
Did that restart over?
is this special enough?
No, put the camera on.
Hold on. Let's put it tier-ish.
An intended gameplay experience for the ship, per se.
I don't know why it
So,
did that.
Having a super OP,
It's supposed to leave off where we left off.
Can be cool the first
But
time
look
that
at
you
why
have
it did that.
right? But after a while, when it becomes the meta and it becomes the forced choice, game design-wise and gameplay-wise, I don't think this is a good direction or either a fun direction. So what we want,
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Now, of course, you're going to say that, and Twitch is about to fill up with people saying, but what about this ship? And what about that ship? And what about that ship that are currently AOP and stuff like that? And the answer is, we'll get there.
Yeah, that's a big thing about the balance is it's a continuous thing, it's moving, it's evolving all the time. And we can't tune 200 ships all in one go when we figure something out. So it has to come in steps, which is why we've done pass on the medium, it's why we've done the pass on the heavies. And then that'll keep evolving, but we have to do it in pieces because we just, we can't move 200 ships at the same time.
And also it's more important for us to kind of move those pieces step by step because we understand the dynamics that we generate inside the game a bit better as well. So, we get more knowledge about it, we understand how players prefer to use certain type of ship rather than others. So moving those Lego bricks in tiny blocks, it's easier than just moving one and see how it performs and then try to scale everything according to that. So that's what we're going to try to do, and what we have tried to do, and what we are actually doing as well with the current monthly updated patches. So we always try to deliver something to address maybe a specific issue or a specific area of the ship flight in the game.
Zodaside says, just hire more people to balance at the same time. He's got that. The one Twitch emoji with the kind of sarcastic face. So I think he's going to be. I think that's a sarcastic comment. I'm not sure. I'm not up on the popular culture. But no, it is one of those things where 9 doctors don't make a baby in 1 month and whatever. Plus, as I said on earlier this week to another thing, not everybody at CAG is not a monolith. You have what you think and what, you have what you think and want, you have what you think and want. Ideally, we find compromise, we find places, but adding more people will often bring in more opinions and more stuff, and actually can make finding consensus even harder. So it's just one of those things where, unfortunately, hiring more devs is not the answer to everything. If you need to make another location, possibly. But if you're trying to fine-tune the balance of a thing, not always the case. I want to ask 2 more questions about, I remember what I wanted to talk about before, in balance. You mentioned player skill.
Yeah.
There's this thing. There used to be a guy who worked here, Vinny Sinatra. He was our QA lead back in the day in LA studio. And that guy could do things in a Gladius that I not see anybody else do. It didn't matter what ship you flew. If he was in a Gladius, he could kick your ass. And that was the thing, like the Gladius, the light fighter meta, the way that it just spoke to him. It was like this perfect match between pilot and ship. But you don't always get that. Sometimes people, they desperately want to fly. They desperately want to fly.
Right now, the Gladius is the meta.
Right here, because it's the aesthetic that they want, and it has the role that they want, but it's not perfectly suited for who they actually are. And the comments that come from that are, oh, well, this thing is underpowered, or this thing moves slower. Like, well, the answer is, well, maybe this ship actually isn't the one that was right for you. Maybe this other ship is the one. How do you incorporate that? How do you manage that? This player preference and the player skill level, how does that factor into your
Sorry, I'm not worried about the balancing yet for Star Citizen because they still need to put armor in. They're still messing around with the flight model. It's like, once that's all done, yeah. Once that's all done, then we'll do it. Alright, so I want to play the game now. Because I don't want to learn, I don't like how I went from electric train, here's how to do an electric train. Oh, here's a diesel, everything's completely different. It's like, it's already information overload. What they should do is say, all right, you completed an electric train tutorial. Do you want to learn a diesel train, or do you want to like just kind of jump into the game? There's definitely some, and it's the thing is these aren't the hard parts of the game to fix. Just getting into the game, a few small changes here and there could be greatly improve the experience for a new person. So, I guess the game is what? So this is the tutorial. Is this the game? What's really weird, I can go back to the training center, which I don't want to do. And then there's special edition. So what's the difference between trains and special edition? So even this is all confusing. To me, the game should be the game, and then you select what maps or levels you want to do. Let's go into this. Let's see what this does. All right, bye now. All right, maybe that's not what I want. Maybe this is what I want. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This looks better. I just think it's not intuitive what I want to do. Free update. Okay, do I need to grab this update? New services, new layers, blah blah blah. How do you get this update? Give us money, exactly. Alright, I don't want to do all that. Alright, let's just do quick play. Let's see what happens. Alright, let's do something short. And then we'll do a marbles. Watch them give me a diesel engine. Oh, good gracious. Thomas. No, I don't want Thomas. That's not like a train sim. This is toys. Visit the West Somerset Railway. Out now. Track your journey objectives with live map by pressing 9. Oh yeah, that's the one with the legend. Are we loading? Pull. Okay. That's unintuitive. Hey, I'm glad you're here. There's a failed loco in Frankfurt. We need help to get the service running. Okay. Wow. If you sort the yard control box, I'll bring the loco over to you. All right. That's, I guess this is the box I want. If I sort it. The loco track 393, press the 393 button to set the junctions. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, like 0 feedback. Nice work, wait for the loco to arrive. Okay, here comes our train. Is he coming from this direction or is he coming from this direction? Looks like he's coming from this direction. I mean, what a weird place to be. Hey, just stand on the tracks while trains are coming through. Like, why can't there be like a platform? This is so odd. Oh, there it comes. See, if I was standing there, I'd have died. I'm gonna go on this side. No, come back. Was I supposed to stop it? Wait, there's trains coming and going. Oh, this is just so intuitive. Like they put you randomly on some gravel on the train tracks. Why can't I just remove the key? Okay, all right. Enter the cab. Like, what a weird place to start you at. Why can't I be at like some regular train station? Hey, Texas Horny Toad, what's going on? Do I climb up top? Is that a door? Oh, there's the door. It's generally good advice to not stand on the track. That's what I'm thinking. So, which way am I going? Am I going to go this way? So do I want this one? Or do I want this one? Like, I'm going to pick the wrong one. I know I am. Wait for the train to stop at the station. How did I get here in the first place? Why am I not already at the station? I'm doing good, Texas. Doing good, man. We're having fun. We're driving some trains, but doing less driving trains and more dicking around doing nothing. Should I close the door? How do I close the door? Okay, the door just magically goes through me. Who's driving the oh, this lady's driving the train. I'm supposed to be driving the trains. Here, we'll be co-pilot. Hello, I got you. Nice outfit. I don't have an outfit. I have an invisible body. This is my first day on the job. They are like telling me 1,000 things. I have no idea what to do. They wanted me to learn an electric train. They want me to learn a diesel. They put me in the middle of the tracks for no reason and click some buttons on boxes. I have no idea why. The tutorial is awesome in this game. Now I'm playing Train Simulator and I'm not even driving the train. This is Co-Pilot Simulator. What does the Co-Pilot do? Nothing? I can do the doors, I can turn the wipers on, I can set the wiper speed, turn some console lights on, I can look at this symbol there. I can do the handbrake. What else can I do? Ooh, I can change the blind. Let's lower the blind. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Don't want anybody to see us. I ain't shit like that in Star Citizen, man. I need to win a Winnebago. Oh, at least now we got people. Look at that train. That's a double-decker. We have to be in London. London loves their double-deckers. Oh, this is German, though. Isn't that German? That's German. Guess the Germans like their double-deckers, too. Oh, she disappeared. What do I do something? The train stopped. Oh, man. Oh, this is the best instructions ever. Best. Mind you, this is the quick start. Change ends, sit in the driver's seat. Oh, wait, the other driver's seat. Can I walk all the way down there? This is just as bad as Star Citizen to get going. This is the quick start. Oh, wait, no. I'm supposed to be driving. Hey. Get on my seat. Literally, I'm supposed to go there. And she just disappears. They literally didn't QA this shit. I'm just doing basic getting started in the game stuff. Alright, set up train. Insert the reverser handle. Okay. Is this a diesel? Maybe I should have did the diesel training. My immersion. Alright. Insert the reverser handle. All right. If you were a reverser handle, where would you go? It wants me to do something here, but this handle's already exists. So there's already a handle here. Camera down. Let's get node. I'm already not liking Train Simulator 4 or 5. Let me kill a camera. Game is definitely unoptimized. So this is not the reverser handle, is it? This is just a speed selector. I'm telling you, man, this game, not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. I am thoroughly unimpressed with them taking you through a new player experience. Yeah, to the left. All right, so, all right, I'm clicking the button, clicking the mouse button. I mean, I can see it says right here, I can see it, but it does nothing. All I can do is move this up and down. Pixel hunt, that sounds like fun. That sounds like so much fun. Right there. Oh, God. That's so fucking bad. Set the key brake on. Did I not just do that? Oh, here we go. Hold on, let me move my camera here. Where are you? Move him over out of the way. Set the signal lights to white. Okay. Alright. Alright. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Low passengers, unlock doors. Alright. We got a door button somewhere. You gonna make me mouse over every button to find out what the door button is? Alright, that's what we gotta do. We got a button hunt. Alright, let's start with the left hand side. Yeah. Passenger doors. I'm not gonna click it, I just wanna see horn, sand, brake. Wipers. I'm just seeing what these buttons are. Alright, let's click this. Are they gonna load? Y'all can get in. Y'all can get in now. The doors aren't opening. They're opening the doors on the wrong side. No. Unlock doors. Okay. Unlock doors. Passenger door selector. How can they be open if they're locked? Oh, no, there they go. Hey, come aboard! I'm a great conductor. Your lives are in full control of me, and I will do a good job. I won't wreck, even though I've never done it. First day on the job. Everything will be safe. No problems. Dude, are you getting on board or what? Can you turn the camera really quick? I don't know what you mean. My camera or the in-game camera? So this is German, right? So a lot of y'all in Europe, right? This is by you, Splits? So that's where you is it? Do you ride this train? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? The in-game camera. Yeah, hold on. Let's get up. Everyone just got fired for being late to work. Already was a realistic delay. I think you've been here? This is one of the cool things about these train simulators is they are real world scenarios. Alright, so we're all loaded up. And locked doors. See, what really pisses me off is this is open and close the door. It's not, I don't consider locking and opening the same mechanisms. I have no idea. You tell me. Yes, it splits. Apply some power to get it moving. Oh, goodness. Can we do just a little bit of power? Oh, look, you can actually set the speed. I like this train already. None of this random ass stuff. Alright, let's get our camera. Oh, look! You missed the train! Aha! You missed it. You can't make it. Oh, dude's got coffee. Choo-choo. We're coming out. So this is the Frankfurt main line. Yeah, it looks like it's Frankfurt. Stop at location, 2.1 kilometers. All right, so let's get our speed up. So they didn't tell me how the brakes on this thing works. I have no idea how the brakes on this thing works. Train brake, full service. Train brake, release, 100%. So is it released or not? You guys probably know more about this location than I do. So, I assume my brakes aren't on. I'm not going to know how to stop this train. I mean, I got two brake things. I got a brake release, and I have a train brake full service. We'll just push this when the time comes. Oh, wait, what do I got to do? What is this? I have no idea where I'm going. Am I doing the right thing? Turn on safety system to receive additional points. Okay. That's obvious what I need to do. Am I doing the right thing? I have no idea if I'm doing the right thing. Holy smokes, look at all these train tracks. Where am I going? Anywhere? We're gonna die. I would advise against it right now. Do I need to... I don't know what I'm doing. Better not add more entropy to the equation. I have no idea what I'm doing. I literally don't know. Am I going somewhere? It looks like I need to go back there. And I'm going farther away. Train brake and direct brake. You need the train brake. Direct brake is just local, I think. You'll get there eventually. Choo-choo. There's Splits. Splits lives in that high rise right there. He's right up top. He's got the penthouse suite. Let's get up to the front of the train where we're at. Choo choo. Coming through. Look at that big building. That's a tall building back there. Alright, so I got a while to go. See, it says farther away. Let's pick up their speed. Since I'm already unhappy with my experience of what I need to be doing, we're going to pick it up. Eastbound and down, guys. Here we go. A lot of people consider the area you're currently in as one of the worst neighborhoods areas in Germany. Hey, Major. All right, here we go. We're cruising now. I can see the passengers look at their watches thinking, why are we going 30? Yeah, well, watch now, Dutch. We're cruising now. It's lagging, too. Oh, it's lagging so bad. I think tomorrow we might try Train Sim Classic. Yeah, we're doing 114 kilometers an hour now. Yeah, look at the spray paint on the walls there. Not the nicest area, huh? Oh yeah, we're moving now. So what happens if I crash? I want to crash. I'm just going to crash. I want to see what happens. Can I go faster? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. They had little, just 40 kilometers above the speed limit. We're going to get a ticket. Here we go. They had no idea what they were getting into today. Oh, it's lagging too. Alright, we want an outside view or inside view? Let's do an outside view. What are we going, 151? So now what? Does nothing happen? Do I not fail the mission? Don't I fail the mission? I kind of like this mode. So now what? Every route is lagging on the first run. It's all loading in. That's what I'm doing. I'm going through the tracks really, really fast to get all the assets loaded up. So is this a big circle? Because now we're getting closer again. Every route is laggy. Where are the cops at? I should have a 5-star in GTA right now. $158 kilometers an hour. As long as the signals are green, everything's okay. Oh, look, here's an airplane. Well, I was kind of hoping I would crash. Alright, man, it is laggy. Let's slow down a little bit here. Let's go down there. Train brake. Direct brake. Like, this is so confusing. Someone explained it a minute ago. You'll get fired, that's all. Is that all? I'll just get fired? Alright, so which one of these is the brakes? Well, that's the brake release. So did I have the brake on already? Oh, it's lagging so bad. Let's see if we can stop. Well, we're not going to make it. We got to drive around again. And wait till you get on a train with dynamic brakes. I still don't know how to stop this thing. Like, I'm not really slowing down. I have that off. I have train brake full service. Objective failed. There we go. Claim the train was hijacked. It was hijacked. I hijacked it. So what now? It says objective failed. So why didn't it start over? All right, hold on. I want to see what other options I have. I'll tell you what. No, we'll do our marbles real quick. And then we'll do another map. Random and...
Oh, wait, quit drinking.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking. Just jump out, brakes are unnecessary. Hey Zarlan, welcome in. Have any steam trains? Those are great. I don't know. I have no idea. I just started playing today. I'm not happy with how it gets you into the game though. What sucked is I did the electric training center. Then it started changing me to a diesel. Then I went into the game and it said jump into something quick. Jump into something quick. And then it took me to a completely different train. And so I don't know. I don't, for a new person, I don't think that's the right flow. It should be teach you how to drive a train and then do a few real world missions with that train. But they're not together. So I got to figure out how I can drive a train that I just learned how to do. You know? The flow of getting into that game is not great. It's not great at all. I literally went through 3 different trains. Probably good to do the rail journeys. They usually have tutorials for the trains you drive later. But see, it didn't tell me to go there, super, right? I mean, the flow of getting into this game is, I'll be honest, horrendous. There's lots of buttons. There's lots of things to click on, like this, the menu. And it's not obvious of what to do. So it takes you to the tutorial, which is okay. But then after I learned that train, would it not make sense to then I do some missions with that train that I just learned? And so my flow was electric train, diesel. I decided I don't want to learn the diesel because I hadn't had a chance to drive the electric. So I back out. I did a quick start, and it took me to a 3rd different train. That's it's not ideal. They need to streamline that tremendously. And it probably limits the exposure to it, because I imagine a lot of people get into it unless you're like super big in the trains. You probably get into this, you just want to play a relaxing game, and it's anything but relaxing. I honestly thought this was going to be relaxing, but right now I'm kind of like just not having fun because, one, it's information overload. I don't feel I'm accomplishing goals, and I'm not doing anything I wanted to do. Like, it didn't even start me in a train station. It started me in the middle of the track. Now, like, that just makes no sense. We're going to try a different one tomorrow. All right, Ecto, you just made it. All right, we got 6. I'm jumping the ship sim. I sent a new games will be relaxing so I can have her running while doing other stuff. Yeah. And that really was kind of the goal, was just to have something relaxing to play. And I'll be honest, guys, this is anything but relaxing. And I'm okay with learning new stuff. I don't have a problem with learning new stuff, but this new user journey of Train Sim World is horrendous. It is very horrendous. I'm sure with enough, you know, clicking on things and going through stuff, I can get to a point where I can play the game, but it's been horrible. Hayden out with a big early lead. Let's see, where is the... Oh, somebody just died. Oh, no, they shot out. Yep, Splits is dead. There goes Dory. There goes Vess. My relaxing game is Satisfactory. Yeah, I like Timberborn. I might do that, only because I know how to play, but I don't feel Timberborn was ever stressful. And I honestly thought the train sims would be easy. I'm going to try the Train Sim Classic. That's what Carter plays all the time. I'll try that one tomorrow. Or maybe some Timberborn. I might just do some Timberborn tomorrow morning. I love Timberborn. If you haven't played Timberborn, it's so cool. Alright, looks like Zarlon's doing well here. Not too relaxing either. Satisfactory's not relaxing, or which one's not relaxing? Yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole point was is to have my coffee and relaxing. But I guess driving trains is not as relaxing as we... Well, it's not... They probably are relaxing if you know what you're doing. The issue is you can see the user experience I had going into this game, right? It's information overload. Different trains at you. It's unclear what to do next. And so for a new user, it's not very fun, actually. Alright, let's see. Let's start handing out some codes. Three more codes. Who came in first? Zarlon came in first. I need to refresh the page. Zarlon. All right, and second place was Hayden. Yeah, definitely want to automate this. And then third place was Texas Horny Toad. Oh, and there's the mainstream code. Yeah, Train Sim Classic will be the next one I try. I'm not very happy with this, but I want to... Alright. True the Trains. So maybe I should have done Rail Journeys, because this says Guided Experience. I want to see what routes there exist. So we got the Frankfurt route, Antelope Valley, San Bernardino line, the Training Center, and WCML South London. Alright. Rail Journeys. So what's the difference between choose a route and Rail Journeys? Yeah, that would be my recommendation. Yeah, I'll give that a go next. I honestly thought this would be easier, and it's been worse. Because I thought Train Sim Classic would be like, oh, it's got everything with trains, and you got to know all the buttons to push. And this will ease me into it. And let's do the Antelope Valley. Total route completion. So there's 26. So this one's got 42 routes. This one's got 26. This one's got 20. We've done 8 of the training completions. And this one's got 42. Let's do Antelope. Let's see how this is like. Let's see if this gets any better. So how do I select? All right, how do I move forward? I just want to move forward. I'm telling you, man, this game is... They need UI help. So I'm putting my mouse over Antelope Valley and clicking it. Click over the California Dreaming. Yeah, because that's so intuitive. Yeah, that's just wasn't intuitive to me. Alright, chapter selects. Spirited LA, Escaping from LA, Remote Worker. So I guess we want to do them in these orders. Alright, let's do this. Introduction. Alright, so let's do this. So we're going to learn, now we're going to learn our fourth train for the day. So new player experience, we're now going to go learn our fourth train. All because it's not intuitive of what to do. Well, they're selling that Thomas the Tank Engine. EMD F125 introduction. Okay. Now we're going to learn our fourth train.
In this training module, you will be learning to operate this EMD F125 Spirit diesel locomotive.
Okay.
During this brief introduction,
he looks nice.
You'll be taken through the critical driving controls and
wow, that's a
performing
good-looking
passenger
train.
Operations.
I like this.
When you're ready to begin, climb aboard.
That's a good-looking train. This is a good look. This looks like a nice. We got a nice train. All right, modern amenities. Here we go. Maybe now shit'll work right. Oh yeah.
Sit in the engineer's seat.
Look, Star Citizen. Fire hydrants. Oh yeah, look at the buttons. Alright, let's close our door. Let's get into... Okay, this is the pilot seat. Here we go. Engineer seat.
You'll now go through the steps needed to take over this locomotive.
Alrighty. That's a good looking train.
You'll need to set the generator field switch. This needs to be enabled for the locomotive to generate power.
Okay. So this is the master switch. Alright.
This locomotive requires the reverser handle to be inserted before operation.
Alright.
Switch the front headlights on.
Okay.
Regardless of the time of day or weather, all locomotives must have their headlights on.
So what do we want? Bright or dim? I guess dim because it's not very...
You'll need to set the brakes to the correct mode to allow them to be controlled by this cab.
Okay. Brake mode test. Trail. Freight. Passenger. So this is a passenger train right now.
We can now begin loading.
Oh, these people don't know what they're in for. I don't want to press Y. I want to press the right buttons. Alerter reset. I mean, I can press Y, but I don't want to press Y. I want to press the right button. Fuel pump, generator, engine, fresh air dampener, center cab, emergency lights. I think this cabin has... Oh, really? That's a bummer. Yeah, I don't see anything that's going to be obvious here. View screen. Oh, that's so cool. Brighter, dimmer, locomotive data, operator control, speed control, length, more choices. Alright, how do I get out of here? That's cool. Alright, I guess we're going to have to press Y. Okay, I see that bar filling up now. Even though people aren't loading in, we do have our doors open. It's a good looking train. I like it.
It is time to depart. Close the passenger doors.
So press Y again. I want to see them close. You're not going to show the doors closing? Oh, there they go.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
Shit, clicked the wrong button.
The master controller controls both the throttle and dynamic brakes.
Okay.
Dynamic brakes use the locomotive's electric traction motors to generate resistance to reduce the wear of the brake pads. Apply a small amount of throttle.
Okay. That's brake. So let's go to P1. Here we go. Oh, small amount. It wants me to go to P4. I would have thought P1 would have been small amount.
The automatic brakes are controlled with their own handle, but will blend the dynamic brakes in the air brakes. The air brakes will apply braking force to every car in this formation. Now, release the brakes.
$80 kilometers. Look at this pretty mountain. That's the Rockies. So we want to get the 80 kilometers here. I have no sense of, do I want to slow it down a little bit so I don't overshoot it? All right. 78, 79, and 80.
Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain. Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, slow the train using the master controller's dynamic brake range.
This thing?
The
This
EMD F125 is a passenger locomotive manufactured by Electromotive Diesel for the North American market. It's powered by a Caterpillar C127 20V20 diesel engine, rated at 4,700 horsepower, and is capable of speeds up to 125 miles per hour.
That's moving.
When it launched in 2017, it was the first new passenger locomotive in North America in 15 years.
Wow.
To date, 40 have been produced, all of which were supplied to Metrolink.
This is kind of cool.
The F125 features a modern, streamlined body
I agree.
designed by
Looks
Vaslo
nice.
España.
Like CNG, they really put a lot from misspelling units. Alright, I still need to be going forward. That wasn't where I wanted to go. Okay, I need to keep going around. Okay. Why am I not going forward? I have no idea why I'm not going forward. Anything but relaxing. Caterpillar built by Drake, yeah. Why am I not going forward? That was emergency brake, so it must be reset. So, alright. How do I reset it? I don't know how to reset it. Or press I'm stuck in the escape menu. There it goes. I don't know what the speed limit is. Let's get back up to 80 kilometers again. BC is the amount of pressure applied to the brakes. Okay. Are we doing 64? 70? Alright, slow down a little bit. There we go. This is not as relaxing as I thought it was going to be. This is better. I'm not doing anything. I'm just looking at the scenery. So how do I know the speed limit? Driving on the speed limit. But where is the speed limit? Is there a speed limit posted somewhere?
You are approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force using the automatic brake to bring the train to a gentle stop.
I don't have a sense of how much I need to be applying in distance or anything. Like, it goes from 58% to suppression. Like, what does that mean? That'll come with experience. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it will. Suppression is full brake, pretty much. All right. How perfect do I need to be here? That's the other thing, is I'm just unclear how perfect I need to be on this marker. Apparently I need to be past it. That's annoying.
Nice job.
Nice job.
The train has safely come to a stop. You can now begin loading.
So same side? I guess that side. I don't see the passengers getting on. Yeah, annoying. Haven't killed anyone. I've tried to, though.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Hey, I completed something. Alright, I'm gonna back out. So like I said, I want to just do a short early stream. I may or may not stream tonight, I don't know. I'll definitely stream probably twice tomorrow. Once in the morning and then late in the evening. Let's do another, how do I get out of this? How do you get out of this game? Is there no exit game? There is no exit game. Escape does nothing. Settings, what does this do? Wow. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. There we go. So that wasn't as relaxing as I was hoping. Yeah, I found it eventually. Is anybody playing Train Sim? Alright, let's do a marbles. And then we'll raid somebody. Alright, random map. The Raging Pen. Alright, we'll raid one of these. Ocha Kid Bro. Open the right door, then kill them all. Yeah, I think we've done this one before. Yeah, we have done it. Absolute's the got the record here. Rufus with his flying saucer. Somebody just loaded in. There he is. Got his coffin in his coffin. Six with the looks like a frog. Texas Horny Toe with his Corvette. It's a cool looking map. What does Vest got here? This one's changing colors. Disco ball. Yeah, it didn't work out 100% the way that I was hoping. I hope I could just pop into a train, do some missions. Let's snooze on the ad there. Since we're going to be exiting out anyway. All right, 5 seconds. And they're off. Yeah, I felt like the just get into the game was better than the training mission. Well, Dory's sneaking right on through. Ecto having a hard time. This one, though, just because you finished on her first doesn't mean you're going to win. It'll get more hectic when you start using the safety systems, especially the German ones. Those are complex. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be my cup of tea. I mean, I like doing it, but that to me is more of a Saturday evening, Sunday evening type stream. I was just wanting for something to relax and play with in the mornings while I'm having my coffee. This game was not it. This game was definitely not it. Alright, so just because you finish first doesn't mean you're going to actually finish, because you can get thrown off the map or anything. So good luck, Dory. We only got 8 people left. Good luck, Dory. Can you do it? Because I think you have to get pushed up and then land down into here. There he goes. And, ooh, stayed on the map. All right, Dory with a good chance of coming in first. There we go, right into the hole. Which I think the map, yep. Good job. Dory's got first. And there goes Major, and he stayed on the map. Looks like Major's going to claim second. Who's going to get third? And looks like it's going to be Rufus. Yep, Rufus is going to beat out Ecto there. Good job. Let's start handing out some codes. Let's grab some codes here. All right, who was first? Dory was. And then second place was Major. Yeah, I might just stay with Timberborn or something. And then Rufus. Alright, so there we go. We got that. No, I don't want that. Discard, race menu, close out. Oh, my camera just went off too. How apropos. What was the record on that map? Did you get a record? I just closed it. Are you gonna make me load it up? Did you beat the record? If you make me load this up and you didn't get the record, I'm going to be happy. I don't even remember what map it was. Yeah, I know the cam keeps going out. I'm just going to turn it off for now. What was the map? Which one was it? Was this it? Oh, this is it. Here it was. Oh, you did get the record. Sometimes you gotta enable the ghost record. Let me give you another one. You did get the record. Look at you. You did set the record. Now let's get you another code there. Alright. Bang! Another code for the Dory. Congrats, setting the record. Alright, so I was gonna rate out one of these sim dudes. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta end the timer. Let me end my timer. Alright, let's stop the timer. All right, and then we're gonna rate out. Same category. Does anybody have avatars? We're gonna do this Ultra Kid Bro. All right.
Don't play it for some reason. Just never get round to playing it. Oh shit, thank you. Thank you, old man observer.